This president has tried for 7 years to make it harder to buy guns. But last year, record number of gun sales. So the more that the left tries to ban guns, the more people go and buy guns. Now, I don't often do this, but I want to give a piece of advice to the left on how to eliminate guns from America. You have to change American culture. You know, I see all these headlines about America and our love affair with guns and our gun obsession and our gun culture, and all that's true. I don't know why any of it's bad, but it's definitely true. We are obsessed with guns. I don't think it's a bad thing. Henry Allen in the Washington Post, he says, it started with New England Indians trying to drive out settlers in King Philip's War in 1675, where up to 10% of settler men in fighting age were killed. And laws soon required settlers to keep firearms in their homes. This was before America was even a country. The 1700s brought the Kentucky rifle, the long-range symbol of frontier independence. In the 19th century, Samuel Colt had that slogan that God created man and Samuel Colt made them equal. Cowboys carried Colts the way that noblemen carried swords as blazons of their status. Dime novel writers invented the quick-draw duels that almost never happened. The 20th century brought the dark romance of the gangster, armed with Thompson submachine guns and private eyes with their snub-nosed .38s. World War II veterans brought home enemy guns as trophies of their victory. Guns get handed down through generations, symbols of patriarchy. They're symbols of protecting the home, the romance of industry, equality, cool, daring, mean, street savvy, fighting for liberation, and family tradition. Yeah, Americans love guns. It's part of our culture. And if the left wants to ban guns, no law will ever accomplish that. They need to make owning a gun immoral. Take it back a step. Look at Candace Lightner. Candace's daughter was killed by a multiple repeat drunk driver in 1980. Candace did some research and realized that drunk driving in many states wasn't even against the law. More than that, there wasn't a stigma attached to drunk driving. So Candace set out to make drunk driving immoral. After she made it immoral, the laws followed. Candace is the founder of MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving. She changed the culture against drunk driving. So my advice to the anti-gun people who want to ban guns, you got to do the same thing with guns if you want to eliminate them from our society. You need to make owning a gun immoral. And not only that, but unmasculine. People who own guns need to be outcast and their masculinity questioned. And you can see the left's doing this a little bit already. They're trying to. Remember a couple months ago, there was a New York Times article, 27 ways to be a modern man. And one of them, I think it was the one after how every man needs to own a melon baller, said the modern man has no use for a gun. He doesn't own one and he never will. The message here is you're less of a man if you own a gun. You're less of a man. You have no need for a gun as a man. What are you, a mass murderer or something? What are you compensating for anyway? The president says people cling to their guns and religion. Again, a gun being something that lesser men cling to when they're scared. Now, obviously, I 100% disagree with this sentiment. I believe real men own at least one firearm, and they know how to use it, they know how to clean it, they know how to store it properly, and they also understand that it's a tool to protect you and your family, the true and only first line of defense. But you can see how the left is already trying to change gun culture in America by making it something that either homicidal maniacs and mass murderers would own, or insulting your masculinity by owning one. And this is the only way that they can really decrease the number of people who own guns. The thing is, they won't succeed at it. It's too ingrained in our American culture. Not to mention, owning a gun is not immoral, so they'll never win that battle. It's the only way they will win it, but they won't win it. Driving drunk is immoral. Candace Lightner won that battle. Good, I'm glad she did. Owning a gun is not immoral. So they're not going to win this one.
You see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns, and those who dig. You dig.